The customer stormed through the front doors and slammed his keys onto the counter. The entire waiting area went silent. Everyone looked up. The guy's face was bright red. His jaw was clenched. And before anyone could even greet him, he started yelling, "I've been waiting all morning. Do you people even know what you're doing?" I exchanged a glance with one of my coworkers. We already knew exactly what kind of day this was going to be. If you've ever worked customer service, retail, food service, or any job where you deal with the public, then you already know there are two kinds of customers. The first kind treats you like a human being. The second kind treats you like you're personally responsible for every inconvenience they've experienced since birth. This story is about the second kind. I work at an auto shop. Most customers are great. They bring their cars in. We diagnose the problem. We fix it. Everybody leaves happy. Simple. But every now and then someone walks through those doors determined to make everyone miserable. And strangely enough, those people never realize how much control they give up the moment they start being rude. Because while we are professionals and always do quality work, there are plenty of tiny little things that can make someone's day easier. Or harder. One morning a customer came in for a routine service. Nothing complicated. The job was estimated to take around 2 hours. Pretty standard. The moment he arrived, though, he started acting like we'd personally insulted him. He interrupted employees. Rolled his eyes whenever someone spoke. Demanded updates every 10 minutes. Complained about prices. Complained about waiting. Complained about things completely unrelated to us. At one point he actually snapped his fingers to get someone's attention. Snapped. His fingers. The entire shop immediately disliked him. Not because he was frustrated. We understand frustration. Cars break. Repairs cost money. Life happens. But this guy seemed determined to remind everyone that he believed we were beneath him. The funny part? His vehicle was finished in about 30 minutes. Everything went smoothly. No issues.
No dilas. No complications.
One of the fastest jobs we'd completed all week. Normally, we'd call the customer immediately. But there was no urgency. The estimated completion window was still hours away. So his car sat there. Finished. Ready to go. Waiting. And waiting. And waiting. The customer spent the entire time pacing around the waiting room. Checking his watch. Looking irritated. Sighing dramatically. Meanwhile, every employee who walked past knew the exact same thing. Your car has been ready for ages. You could have been gone already. But respect goes a long way. Eventually, we informed him his vehicle was ready. He grabbed his keys and left without thanking anyone. Not even a simple goodbye. Just another complaint on his way out the door. The moment he disappeared, the entire shop burst into laughter. Then there are the parking situations. Now, this is where things get especially satisfying. When we're finished working on vehicles, someone has to park them. Most customers don't think about this. They simply walk outside and find their car. But parking location matters. A lot. There are premium spots right near the entrance. Convenient. Easy to access. Only a short walk away. And then there are the distant spots. Way out near the edge of the lot. The places nobody wants. The places that require a long walk. The places that feel even farther away when it's raining. Or hot. Or freezing cold. Guess which spots the rude customers tend to get. One woman came into the shop one afternoon acting like she owned the building. She talked over employees. Insulted our waiting area. Complained about things we couldn't control. And treated every conversation like an argument she needed to win. By the time her vehicle was finished, nobody wanted to deal with her. One of my coworkers volunteered to park her car. A suspiciously enthusiastic volunteer. 10 minutes later he came back smiling. A huge smile. "Where'd you put it?" someone asked. "The very back." Everyone laughed. Technically nothing wrong had happened. The vehicle was safe. The job was done perfectly. Everything was professional. She simply had a slightly longer walk waiting for her. And honestly, after the way she treated everyone, nobody felt guilty. Over the years we've learned something interesting. The people who are nicest usually get the best experience. Not because we are playing favorites, because kindness naturally makes people want to help you. When someone says please, when someone says thank you, when someone treats employees with respect, everyone notices. Employees go the extra mile. People work harder. Customers leave happier. But rude customers create the opposite effect. Nobody wants to do extra favors for someone who spends the entire interaction insulting them. Nobody feels motivated to make life easier for someone making life harder for everyone else. One customer actually complained because he had to walk across the parking lot to get his car. He stomped back inside looking furious. "Why is my car all the way back there?" My coworker looked at him with a completely straight face. "That's where it was parked, sir." The customer couldn't argue. There was nothing to argue about. Everything was perfectly legitimate. Everything was professional. Yet somehow the look on his face made the entire day worthwhile. The truth is we never damaged vehicles. We never sabotaged repairs. We never compromised our work. That's where the line is. Every car gets repaired correctly. Every customer receives the service they paid for. But the tiny inconveniences? Those are another story. Because respect matters. Most customers understand that. The ones who don't eventually discover something important. People remember how you make them feel. Especially the people helping you. Sometimes the difference between excellent service and merely adequate service is a simple thank you. And sometimes the difference between a convenient parking spot and a long walk across the lot is whether you decided to treat workers like human beings. The best revenge isn't hurting someone. It's letting them experience the consequences of their own attitude. And honestly, watching rude customers unknowingly create their own problems never gets old. If this story made you smile, hit that like button and subscribe for more Reddit revenge stories. And tell us in the comments, what's the most satisfying case of customer karma you've ever witnessed? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.